In the tapestry of human connections, relationships stand as the most intricate and vibrant threads. They are the melodies that can turn a mundane life into a symphony of emotions. However, just like a delicate piece of art, relationships require a nuanced understanding and a touch of finesse to truly thrive. Today, let's embark on a journey, guided by ancient wisdom and modern insight, to uncover the 10 unspoken rules of thriving relationships. The symphony of mutual respect. At the heart of every lasting relationship is the melody of mutual respect. It's about recognizing the other's humanity, their dreams, and their quirks, with the same fervor as you recognize your own. Like Giguzi teaches us about understanding human nature, it is this deep respect for each other's essence that forms the bedrock of a connection that can weather any storm. The dance of effective communication. Communication is the dance that keeps the flame of a relationship alive. It's not merely about the words spoken, but the silences understood. Drawing from the mastery of speech as outlined in Giguzi, effective communication in relationships calls for knowing when to speak, how to listen, and understanding the language of love that resonates with your partner. The art of compromise, like the ancient philosophy suggests, adaptability in communication and action is key. In the realm of love, this translates to the art of compromise. It's about bending but not breaking, giving, not because you have to, but because the harmony of your relationship is worth more than winning any argument. The strength found in vulnerability. There's an unmatched power in showing your true self, scars and all. This principle mirrors the Giguzi's emphasis on the role of emotions in persuasion. In relationships, letting your guard down and being emotionally honest paves the way for a deeper connection and understanding. The light of positivity. Like a beacon in the dark, positivity can guide a relationship through its lowest ebbs. It's about focusing on the strengths of your partner, celebrating their victories as your own, and being the light when shadows of doubt creep in. The anchor of trust. Trust is the anchor that holds a relationship steady against the tides. It's built on the discernment between truth and falsehood, echoing Giguzi's teachings. A relationship steeped in trust is one where actions and words are in harmony, and promises are not just spoken but fulfilled. The garden of growth. Thriving relationships are like gardens that need constant tending. It's about growing together, pushing each other towards your best selves, and understanding that change is not just inevitable but necessary for the blossoming of love. The warmth of affection. Small acts of love, a text, a touch, a thoughtful gesture, are the embers that keep the warmth of affection alive. These actions speak in the silent language of love, telling your partner they are seen, valued, and cherished. The fortress of support. Life is a tapestry of triumphs and trials. In thriving relationships, partners stand as fortresses of support for each other. Whether it's celebrating successes or navigating challenges, they do it together, making their bond stronger with each passing storm. The celebration of individuality. Lastly, thriving relationships celebrate the individuality of each partner. They understand that love is not about losing oneself, but enriching the other with your uniqueness. It's about being the wind beneath their wings, allowing them to soar, yet always providing a haven to return to. In weaving these principles into the fabric of our relationships, we not only navigate the complexities of human connections, but also unlock the door to a deeper, more fulfilling partnership. Like a master raconteur weaving a tale, it's these unspoken rules that can transform the narrative of our relationships from ordinary to extraordinary. As we close this chapter, remember, in the end, thriving relationships are not just about finding the right partner, but being one. In the modern era, where the clamor of consumerism often drowns the whispers of savings, navigating the path to financial freedom seems akin to traversing a labyrinth without a map. Yet, the journey towards monetary independence is not just a test of endurance, it's a testament to one's ability to weave through the intricacies of financial planning with the wisdom of an experienced navigator. Today, let us embark on a journey, guided by ancient wisdom and modern insights, to uncover the secrets of saving smarter, a tale that promises to be as enlightening as it is empowering. Our story begins not in the bustling stock exchanges or the solemn banks, but in the serene landscapes of ancient China, where the philosopher Giguzi imparted lessons that resonate with the quest for financial freedom. Among his teachings, the mastery of understanding human nature stands paramount. Giguzi asserted that by comprehending the motivations and behaviors of individuals, one could navigate social complexities with ease. In the context of financial planning, this translates to a deep understanding of one's own spending habits and financial motivations. Are you an impulsive buyer, swayed by the allure of immediate gratification, or a prudent saver, focused on the tranquility of future security? Recognizing these tendencies is the first step towards crafting a saving strategy that is not only effective but sustainable. Drawing from Giguzi's emphasis on the mastery of speech, let us explore the narrative we tell ourselves about money. The dialogue within often dictates our financial decisions. Shift the narrative from restrictive saving to empowering financial freedom. This reframing of perspective is akin to choosing the right mode of expression. It can transform our approach to saving from a begrudged necessity to a cherished journey towards independence. In deploying rhetorical techniques, Giguzi's wisdom shines through in the art of persuasion. Persuade yourself with logical argumentation. Calculate the compound interest on your savings over years versus the fleeting joy of spontaneous purchases. Let emotional appeals play a role by envisioning the peace that comes with financial security. Ethical considerations remind us of our responsibility towards our future selves and, possibly, our dependents. The discernment between truth and falsehood, as Giguzi teaches, can be likened to the ability to separate financial myths from reality. The falsehood that one must earn a high income to save effectively is debunked by the truth of compound interest and wise investments. It's not always about how much you earn, but how smartly you save and invest. Giguzi also spoke of the role of emotions in persuasion. In our journey, this translates to understanding the emotional triggers that lead to unnecessary spending. Recognizing these triggers allows us to create strategies to counteract them, such as setting aside a small indulgence fund that allows for occasional treats without derailing our financial goals. The adaptability in communication, a skill extolled by Giguzi, mirrors the need for flexibility in our saving strategies. Life is unpredictable, and our financial planning must be adaptable to changing circumstances. This might mean adjusting our savings goals, finding new ways to cut back on expenses, or even exploring additional income streams. Now, let us weave through the tale with idioms that enrich our narrative. A penny saved is a penny earned, reminds us of the value of saving, no matter the amount. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, advises diversification in investments. These idioms, passed down through generations, encapsulate wisdom that, when applied, can significantly impact our journey towards financial freedom. Integrating real-life examples, consider the story of a young couple who, despite earning modest incomes, managed to retire early by living frugally, investing wisely, and prioritizing their savings. Their story is not one of deprivation but of strategic choices and a clear focus on their long-term financial goals. In crafting this tale of financial freedom, we've traversed ancient philosophy and modern strategies, intertwining lessons from Giguzi with practical financial advice. The journey towards saving smarter is not a solitary venture but a shared narrative, enriched by the wisdom of the past and the innovations of the present. As we draw this tale to a close, remember that the path to financial freedom is both an art and a science, requiring a balance of strategic planning, emotional intelligence, and adaptability. Let the principles of Giguzi guide you, but also find your unique rhythm in the symphony of savings. And so, armed with these insights, may you navigate the labyrinth of financial planning not as a hapless wanderer but as a master navigator, steering towards the sunrise of financial independence. In the bustling heart of New York City, where every street corner tells a story, there lived a young artist named Emily. With dreams as vibrant as her canvas, Emily sought to capture the essence of human connection through her art. But what she didn't expect to find was a story that would redefine her understanding of love, a narrative that would resonate with those who have ever judged a book by its cover. Emily's journey began on a chilly autumn morning, as she set up her easel in Central Park, a melting pot of cultures and stories. As the sun began to paint the sky in hues of gold and orange, a man approached her. He was unlike the typical admirers of her work. Dressed in a suit that had seen better days, with a weary look that spoke volumes of the battles he had faced, he stood silently, observing her paint. Intrigued by his solemn demeanor, Emily decided to engage him in conversation, a decision that would open the door to a tale of unexpected depth and beauty. His name was Alex, a man who had once thrived in the high-stakes world of finance, only to lose everything in a whirlwind of misfortune. As Emily listened, she realized that Alex's story was a testament to the human spirit's resilience, a narrative punctuated by loss, redemption, and the relentless pursuit of happiness. Employing the teachings of Giguzzi, Emily saw an opportunity not just to tell a story, but to delve into the complexities of human nature. She understood that beneath Alex's rugged exterior lay a wealth of experiences and emotions, a reminder that every individual carries a universe within them, shaped by their journeys and trials. As their conversation flowed, Emily skillfully deployed idioms like "don't judge a book by its cover" and "every cloud has a silver lining," weaving them into the narrative to enrich the story and add depth. These phrases, though common, took on a new life in the context of Alex's story, serving as bridges connecting the listener's understanding to the broader themes of resilience and hope. Integrating real-life samples, Emily shared stories of historical figures who had faced adversity and emerged stronger, drawing parallels to Alex's life. This not only enhanced the credibility of the narrative, but also deepened the audience's connection to the story, reminding them of the universal nature of struggle and triumph. As the day waned, Emily realized that Alex's story was a powerful reminder of the layers that exist beyond first impressions. In a world quick to judge, his tale was a call to look deeper, to understand that behind every face in the crowd lies a story waiting to be told, a lesson waiting to be learned. With a careful balance between uniqueness and listener engagement, Emily crafted a narrative that respected the constraints of her art form while pushing the boundaries of creativity. Her story of Alex, rich in detail and emotion, was a testament to the power of empathy and the importance of looking beyond the surface. As she added the final strokes to her canvas, Emily knew that this encounter, this story, would stay with her forever. It was a reminder that love, in its truest form, is about discovering the layers beyond the first impression, about recognizing the beauty in everyone's journey, and about finding connection in the most unexpected places. In the heart of New York City, among the hustle and bustle of life, Emily and Alex's story unfolded, a narrative that transcended the confines of a simple conversation to touch the hearts of those who heard it. A story that reminded everyone of the power of understanding, empathy, and the endless possibilities that lie within every encounter. In the tapestry of life, our health stands as the most vibrant thread, weaving through the essence of our existence with the promise of vitality and the shadow of ailment. The quest for a balanced lifestyle, much like the pursuit of a captivating narrative, requires an understanding of the human condition, an adept use of language, and the ability to sway the heart and mind toward a cause. Drawing from the ancient wisdom of Giguzzi, let us embark on a journey to revitalize our health. Employing strategic communication techniques to persuade not only the intellect but also the soul. Understanding human nature. The first step in our quest lies in acknowledging the complexities of our beings. Just as a master storyteller discerns the needs of their audience, so must we recognize our body's signals. The cravings for sweet and savory treats, the reluctance to embrace the morning sun with a stretch or a jog, and the seductive call of the couch all speak to our nature. But within us also lies a yearning for health, vitality, and longevity. It is this innate desire that we must appeal to, framing a balanced lifestyle as the path to fulfilling these universal aspirations. Mastery of speech. The language of health is fraught with jargon, but our narrative must be different. Like a late-night show host who captivates with simplicity and wit, we shall talk of diets not as caloric deficits but as culinary adventures, of exercise not as a chore but as a celebration of what our bodies can achieve, and of mindfulness not as a practice but as a rendezvous with our inner selves. Through engaging and relatable language, we can transform the daunting into the doable, the tedious into the enjoyable. Utilization of rhetorical techniques to sway the heart and mind toward a balanced lifestyle. We must employ a variety of rhetorical strategies. Logical argumentation presents the undeniable benefits of healthful living, from improved mood and energy levels to reduced risk of chronic diseases. Emotional appeals can share compelling stories of transformation and rejuvenation, highlighting the joy and fulfillment found on this path. Ethical considerations remind us of our responsibility to our bodies, the only home we truly own, urging us to care for it with the respect it deserves. Discernment between truth and falsehood. In our journey, we will encounter myriad health fads and trends, each promising miraculous results. Here, the teachings of Giguzi on discerning truth from falsehood are paramount. We must critically evaluate these claims, seeking evidence and expert opinion, to guide our audience away from the deceptive and toward the genuinely beneficial. This discernment ensures that our narrative remains credible and trustworthy. Role of emotions. Emotions are the undercurrents that can either carry us toward our goals or pull us away. Understanding and appealing to the emotional states of our audience is crucial. The fear of illness can be a powerful motivator, but so too can the love for those we wish to stay healthy for. By tapping into these emotions, we can create a compelling call to action, inspiring change not out of obligation but out of genuine desire. Adaptability in communication. Lastly, our narrative must be adaptable, recognizing that each individual's journey to a balanced lifestyle is unique. Just as a skilled orator tailors their speech to their audience, we must present our guide in a way that resonates with a diverse listenership. From the busy parent to the overworked professional, our message must find a home within their hearts, encouraging them to weave the thread of health into the fabric of their lives. In conclusion, revitalizing our health and embarking on a journey to a balanced lifestyle is a narrative filled with challenges and triumphs, much like the stories that captivate us through the ages. By applying the ancient wisdom of Giguzi, enriched with engaging language and emotional resonance, we can persuade ourselves and others to embrace this path. So, let us begin this tale, not as a cumbersome obligation, but as an exciting adventure towards vitality and well-being, crafting a story of health that is as compelling as it is life-affirming. In the realm of personal finance, the journey from merely earning money to genuinely creating wealth is akin to navigating a labyrinth, filled with opportunities and pitfalls at every turn. The key to unlocking this maze isn't just about hoarding every penny earned, but in mastering the art of making your money work for you. This narrative, inspired by the ancient wisdom of Giguzi and enlivened with real-life examples, aims to guide you through the intricate dance of wealth creation. Understanding the landscape. The first step in wealth creation is understanding human nature, particularly our desires and fears about money. It's no secret that money is a powerful motivator, but it's our relationship with it that often dictates our financial success. Like a skilled mariner who reads the winds and tides, understanding the psychological aspects of personal finance is crucial. The power of investment. Let your money be your diligent workers, is a piece of advice as old as time. Investment is the art of using money to make more money, a concept that seems simple on the surface but is deeply nuanced. It's here that the mastery of speech and the utilization of rhetorical techniques, as taught in Giguzi, become invaluable. Whether you're convincing a partner to join you on an investment journey or negotiating terms with financial advisors, the power of persuasive communication cannot be overstated. Real-life samples, the investment giants. Take, for instance, the stories of investment moguls like Warren Buffett or Ray Dalio. Their journeys underscore the importance of emotional intelligence and adaptability in communication. They didn't just throw money at every opportunity. They studied, they learned, they communicated, and most importantly, they adapted. Their stories are testaments to the power of strategic investment, embodying the essence of making money work for them. The role of emotions and idioms. In navigating the financial waters, it's imperative to keep the sails of emotion in check. A calm sea does not make a skilled sailor, goes the idiom, reminding us that emotional resilience is crucial in wealth creation. Market fluctuations, investment losses, and unexpected financial downturns are part of the journey. The ability to remain steadfast, to learn from these experiences, and to adapt strategies accordingly is what separates the successful from the rest. Diversification, the art of spreading your seeds. Diversification in investment is akin to not putting all your eggs in one basket. It's about spreading your investments across different assets to mitigate risk. This strategy reflects the adaptability in communication highlighted in Giguzi. Just as one would adjust their speech based on the audience, diversifying your investment portfolio requires adjusting your financial strategies based on market conditions and personal financial goals. The path forward. Creating wealth is not just about accumulating money, it's about cultivating a mindset that sees beyond immediate gratification to long-term prosperity. It's about making informed decisions, adapting to changes, and most importantly, it's about making your money work for you. As we weave through the tapestry of wealth creation, let us remember that the journey is as important as the destination. The trials and triumphs along the way are not just markers of financial success, but of personal growth and resilience. In the words of Giguzi, the greatest wealth is to live content with little, reminding us that the essence of wealth creation lies not just in the accumulation, but in the wisdom of its pursuit. In the tapestry of life, relationships are the vibrant threads that add color and warmth. Yet, even the most vivid of threads can fade over time without proper care. The journey of keeping the passion alive in long-term relationships is akin to tending a garden. It requires patience, nurturing, and a touch of creativity. Drawing from the ancient wisdom of Giguzi, let's explore how the art of persuasion and understanding human nature can help rekindle the flame that once burned brightly. Understanding human nature. At the heart of every relationship is the intricate dance of human emotions and desires. Just as Giguzi teaches us to comprehend the depths of human nature, so must we strive to understand our partners anew each day. People evolve, and with that evolution comes a shifting landscape of needs and wants. A partner who once craved adventure may now seek comfort and stability. Recognizing these changes is the first step toward nurturing your relationship's flame. Mastery of speech. Communication is the lifeline of any relationship. However, not all forms of communication are created equal. Just as Giguzi emphasizes the importance of tailoring one's speech to different contexts, we must learn to express love and appreciation in a manner that resonates with our partner. Whether it's through heartfelt conversations, thoughtful notes, or simple gestures of kindness, finding the right mode of expression can reignite the spark of passion. Utilization of rhetorical techniques. In the realm of love, persuasion doesn't imply manipulation, but rather the art of charming one's partner anew each day. Employing rhetorical strategies can mean planning surprise dates that remind you both of the early days of courtship or expressing admiration in ways that touch the heart deeply. It's about creating moments that persuade both you and your partner that the journey together is still filled with unexplored wonders. Discernment between truth and falsehood. Honesty is the cornerstone of any lasting relationship. The ability to discern and express genuine feelings and intentions fortifies trust. In the context of reigniting passion, this means having open discussions about desires and expectations. It's about creating a safe space where both partners can share without fear of judgment, knowing that the foundation of their love is strong enough to withstand vulnerabilities. Role of emotions. Emotions are the fuel that keeps the flame of passion burning. Giguzi underscores the significance of appealing to emotions in persuasion. In relationships, this translates to being attuned to your partner's emotional needs and responding with empathy and affection. Celebrating successes, offering support during challenges, and simply being present in the moment can all stoke the embers of love. Adaptability in communication. Finally, the ability to adapt is crucial. As individuals and relationships grow, so too must our methods of communication and expression of love. Being open to change, trying new experiences together, and maintaining a sense of curiosity about your partner are all ways to keep the relationship dynamic and engaging. In weaving these ancient teachings into the fabric of modern relationships, we find timeless wisdom on nurturing love. From understanding to adaptability, the principles of Giguzi offer a guide to not just maintaining but flourishing in long-term partnerships. Remember, keeping the passion alive is a journey of continuous discovery and growth. Like a garden, it promises beauty and joy for those willing to invest in its care. In the dead of night, when the world is asleep and the stars whisper secrets to those willing to listen, a tale of financial liberation unfolds. It's a story not of sudden windfalls or miraculous lottery wins, but of strategic maneuvering and innovative thinking. Much like the celebrated late-night show hosts who captivate audiences with their wit and wisdom, this narrative, peppered with idioms and real-life examples, is a masterclass in achieving financial independence through unconventional means. Once upon a time, in a world not unlike our own, there was a young individual named Alex. Alex, much like everyone else, dreamed of breaking free from the shackles of financial constraints, but found the traditional advice of save more, spend less to be as useful as a chocolate teapot. It was here, at the crossroads of frustration and desperation, that Alex turned to the ancient wisdom of Giguzi, a text that spoke not of money, but of persuasion, rhetoric, and strategic communication. Understanding human nature, as Giguzi teaches, was the first step on Alex's journey. They realized that people are driven by emotions, desires, and fears. By tapping into these motivations, Alex began to craft a blog that didn't just speak about financial independence, but sang to the hearts of its readers. The blog, filled with narratives of triumph and tragedy, of overcoming odds and embracing failure, became a beacon for those lost in the sea of financial jargon. Mastery of speech, another pillar of Giguzi, played a crucial role. Alex's words were chosen with the precision of a surgeon, ensuring that each sentence resonated with the reader. This wasn't just writing, it was a form of art, painting pictures of a future unchanged from monetary concerns. Utilizing rhetorical techniques, Alex appealed to the logic, emotions, and ethics of their audience. Stories weren't just stories, they were lessons, wrapped in the warm embrace of empathy and understanding. Logical argumentation provided the structure, emotional appeals the flesh, and ethical considerations the soul. In discerning between truth and falsehood, Alex built a reputation of trust and reliability. The blog became known not just for its engaging content, but for its honesty and integrity. In a world where misinformation was rampant, this was a breath of fresh air. Understanding the role of emotions, Alex connected with readers on a personal level, acknowledging their fears, celebrating their victories, and offering a shoulder in times of defeat. This emotional connection turned casual readers into loyal followers. Finally, adaptability and communication ensured that the blog remained relevant. As the financial world evolved, so did the content. Alex tailored their approach to meet the changing needs and preferences of their audience, ensuring that the message of financial independence remained clear and accessible. Through the integration of real-life examples, the blog showcased stories of individuals who had successfully navigated the path to financial freedom. These were not tales of unreachable success, but of ordinary people making extraordinary decisions. As the blog grew, so did Alex's financial independence. They had not only found a way to break the bank, but had also provided a roadmap for others to follow. The journey was not easy, and the path was often fraught with setbacks, but the destination was worth every step. In closing, this tale of strategic maneuvering and innovative thinking serves as a reminder that financial independence is not just a dream but a viable reality. It encourages us to look beyond conventional wisdom, to blend the art of persuasion with the science of finance, and to write our own stories of success. Just as the stars whisper secrets to those willing to listen, the path to financial freedom whispers to those willing to think differently, act strategically, and, most importantly, believe in the power of their own narrative. In the tapestry of human experience, love is perhaps the most vivid thread, weaving through our lives in hues more complex than the eye can discern. It is an art form, a science, and a mystery, all at once. Drawing from the ancient wisdom of Giguzi, let's embark on a narrative journey to explore the spectrum of emotional intimacy, to understand not just the heart but the human condition itself. The palette begins, understanding human nature. Just as a painter understands the properties of each color, so must we grasp the complexities of human emotions to truly comprehend love. Emotional intimacy, the cornerstone of any profound relationship, requires an understanding that each person's heart holds a unique blend of vulnerabilities and strengths. It is in recognizing these subtleties, much like Giguzzi emphasized understanding human nature, that we can begin to paint our canvas with the colors of love. The stroke of speech, mastery, and adaptability. Conversations are the brushstrokes of love's painting. Each word, each pause, each inflection adds depth and texture. The way we communicate, applying the mastery of speech as taught by Giguzzi, can either deepen the hues of intimacy or wash them away. Adaptability in communication, knowing when to offer silence as a canvas for the other to paint their thoughts, or when to blend our own colors of wisdom and comfort, is essential. Embellishing the canvas, the role of emotions and rhetorical techniques. Emotions, in their raw and refined forms, are the pigments of our interactions. Giguzzi teaches us the power of rhetorical techniques, not as tools of manipulation, but as means to genuinely connect and influence positively. By appealing to emotions, by understanding the weight of joy, the texture of sorrow, and the shades of fear and hope, we enrich the narrative of our relationships. Integrating real-life samples, the stories we share. Our lives are galleries filled with moments that showcase the spectrum of love. Integrating these real-life samples into our understanding of emotional intimacy allows us to see the common threads that bind us. Through stories of enduring friendship, the trials and triumphs of familial bonds, or the tender beginnings and bittersweet endings of romantic love, we learn. These stories are not just tales, they are mirrors reflecting the universal quest for connection. Discernment between truth and falsehood, the authenticity of colors. In the quest to build emotional intimacy, discernment plays a crucial role. Just as Giguzzi advises the differentiation between truth and falsehood, so must we strive to be genuine in our expressions of love. Authenticity is the brightest color on our palette, without which the entire painting risks fading into obscurity. Skillful deployment of idioms, adding depth to narratives. Idioms, those quaint expressions that carry the wisdom of ages, add a layer of richness to our narratives. Wearing your heart on your sleeve, crossing the Rubicon, or finding the silver lining, each idiom paints a picture, contributing to the complexity of emotional intimacy. They remind us that love, in all its forms, has been a central theme in human history, transcending time and culture. In closing, the colors of love, much like the spectrum of light, are not merely distinct hues, but a continuum. From the softest whispers of affection to the most passionate declarations of love, every shade adds to the masterpiece that is human connection. By applying the ancient wisdom of Giguzzi, we not only become better storytellers, but also more adept painters on the canvas of life, capable of crafting relationships that are both deeply intimate and beautifully diverse. In the tapestry of life, the threads of nutrition and exercise are interwoven in a dance as ancient as time itself. It's a narrative that unfolds daily, echoing the timeless wisdom of Giguzzi, where understanding human nature and mastering the art of persuasion can lead one to the pinnacle of health and well-being. Imagine, if you will, a world where each meal and every physical activity is a chapter in an epic saga of transformation. This is not a tale of Herculean feats or mystical potions, but a journey grounded in the reality of science and the artistry of personal commitment. The story begins on a bright morning, where our protagonist, let's call her Emily, faces the mirror. The reflection staring back is one of determination, a resolve that today marks the turning point. Emily, like many, has heard the call to adventure, not through a whisper in the wind, but through the silent language of a body yearning for change. In her quest, Emily discovers the first pearl of wisdom from the ancient teachings of Giguzzi, understanding human nature. It's a realization that health is not just a physical endeavor, but a psychological battle. The cravings, the procrastination, the fleeting motivation are but foes to be outwitted. Emily learns to listen to her body, distinguishing between hunger and boredom, between exhaustion and laziness. This discernment becomes her compass. As our hero embarks further, she encounters the mastery of speech, this time, the internal dialogue that shapes her reality. She learns to craft her narrative, replacing I can't with I will. Each positive affirmation is a stepping stone towards her goal, illustrating the power of words and shaping thoughts and actions. The utilization of rhetorical techniques is no stranger to Emily's journey. She understands that to persuade herself and others, she must appeal to logic, ethics, and emotion. She educates herself on the science of nutrition and the benefits of exercise, providing a logical foundation for her transformation. She commits to being a role model for her family, grounding her quest in ethical responsibility. And she taps into the emotional highs of feeling healthier and more energetic, creating a holistic appeal that is irresistibly persuasive. In her arsenal, Emily also carries the discernment between truth and falsehood. The world of health and fitness is a maze of myths and facts, where false prophets peddle quick fixes and miracle cures. With Giguzi's teachings in mind, Emily navigates through these illusions, seeking out credible sources and evidence-based practices. This discernment shields her from the pitfalls that have ensnared many. The role of emotions in Emily's saga cannot be overstated. The highs and lows, the victories and setbacks are all colored with the hues of joy, frustration, pride, and sometimes disappointment. But it's the emotional resilience, the ability to rise after a fall, that defines her journey. Understanding and managing her emotions becomes as crucial as any workout or meal plan. Lastly, Emily's tale is one of adaptability in communication. She understands that her journey is unique, and so is everyone else's. She learns to share her story in a way that inspires without preaching, offering support without judgment. Her narrative becomes a beacon for others, inviting them to embark on their own quests. Throughout her journey, Emily weaves idioms like "a stitch in time saves 9," applying them to her proactive approach to health. She integrates real-life examples, drawing inspiration from those who've walked the path before her, enriching her narrative and deepening her connection with her audience. In closing, Emily's story is a testament to the power of nutrition and exercise, not just as acts of physical nourishment and strength, but as profound statements of personal philosophy and psychological resilience. It's a narrative that resonates with the teachings of Giguzi, where the mastery of self leads to the ultimate victory. As the sun sets on our tale, we're reminded that in the grand story of life, each of us holds the pen. And in the pursuit of peak performance, it's the chapters we write through nutrition and exercise that sculpt the heroes we become. In a world where the whispers of ambition intertwine with the howls of struggle, there lies a path less trodden, veiled in the mist of uncertainty and doubt. This is the journey to financial freedom, a quest that has bewildered many but mastered by a select few. These trailblazers, with their millionaire mindset, not only navigate through the tempest of economic upheaval, but also craft a legacy of prosperity. Today, let's unravel the tapestry of success woven by these financial wizards, guided by the ancient wisdom of Giguzi and the narrative flair reminiscent of late-night storytelling maestros. At the heart of this odyssey lies the profound understanding of human nature. Just as Giguzi teaches us the importance of discerning the intricate web of human motivations, the millionaire mindset begins with a deep self-awareness. It's about recognizing one's financial fears, desires, and the psychological barriers that tether us to mediocrity. Like a skilled orator who knows his audience inside out, a person with a millionaire mindset understands their financial habits with acute clarity. Language, as Giguzi posits, shapes our reality. The way we talk about money, to ourselves and others, crafts the framework of our financial destiny. Successful individuals master the art of positive financial speech. They don't lament over losses, but view them as learning curves. They don't speak of if but when. This mastery of speech transforms their financial narrative from one of scarcity to abundance. Furthermore, the utilization of rhetorical techniques and persuading oneself towards financial discipline cannot be overstated. The ancient text teaches us the power of logos, ethos, and pathos. A person imbued with the millionaire mindset uses logic, logos, to make informed investment choices, credibility, ethos, to build a network of trust and mentorship, and emotion, pathos, to stay passionately connected to their financial goals. The discernment between truth and falsehood, as per Giguzi, is crucial in the financial realm. The market is rife with get-rich-quick schemes and false prophets of prosperity. However, those with a millionaire mindset have developed an acumen for separating wheat from the chaff. They understand that true wealth is built over time, through patience, perseverance, and smart decisions. Emotions, according to Giguzzi, play a pivotal role in persuasion. Similarly, in the journey to financial independence, managing one's emotions is key. The highs of a booming stock market and the lows of an economic downturn test one's emotional resilience. The successful, however, ride these waves with a stoic grace, neither swayed by euphoria nor drowned in despair. Adaptability in communication, a principle highlighted by Giguzzi, is mirrored in the flexible nature of a millionaire's financial strategies. They are not wedded to one approach, but are agile, ready to pivot in response to shifting economic landscapes. This flexibility ensures their survival and prosperity in the unpredictable world of finance. In weaving through real-life examples, consider the tale of Sarah, who transformed her modest bakery into a nationwide franchise. Her journey underscores the essence of the millionaire mindset. Understanding her customers' evolving tastes, understanding human nature, using positive narratives to secure loans and investments, mastery of speech, discerning viable expansion opportunities, truth versus falsehood, and adapting to the digital marketplace, adaptability. Sarah's story is a testament to the transformative power of financial acumen. In conclusion, the path to financial freedom is both an art and a science, a blend of ancient wisdom and modern strategy. As we navigate through the complexities of our economic environment, let us draw inspiration from the teachings of Giguzzi and the resilience of those who have mastered the millionaire mindset. Remember, the journey to wealth begins not with the coins in our pocket, but with the thoughts in our mind and the wisdom in our hearts.